Hello ladies and gentlemen of Starcraft Nation, Zoya here from the Starcraft Squad, bringing you the professional matchup between two of my favorite players of all time. Spawning in the top right as the purple zerg is LiquidTLO on Delta Quadrant. I don't like this map, just going to say that. I don't like it. Gay map. TLO is currently 22nd in his region on the EU server, 45th in the world. Now, I forgot to look up Pokebunny, so I'm going to look him up real quick. But that is our second player in the bottom left as the red Terran is VTPokebuny. I find myself watching Pokebunny stream all the time. He's a funny guy, pretty cool for how young he is. And he's a very mechanical player, in my opinion. He does the same strats over and over again. But you can't really help that. When you're that high, I mean, you have to do what works. So, it's alright. Now, here's VTPokebuny. That's his achievements. But watch his stream. I've learned a lot from him. If you're a Terran player, I actually learned a lot from him. I've used a couple of his strats I've learned. Now, VTPokebuny is ranked 9th in his league. I don't see it in the world, but he's 3658, so I'm assuming he's, top, 200 in the world right now, or top 200 in the US. He's pretty damn good, though, so I'm not going to give it past him that. Now, TLO Zerg is pretty damn scary. When he made that swap to Zerg, originally, I was kind of upset, but his Zerg is pretty scary. So, I enjoy seeing games where he randoms Terran and Zerg the most. So, hopefully we'll see something fun here. Now, we are getting an expansion B4 pull here for TLO, which, against someone like Pokebunny, if he scouts this, Pokebunny can apply a lot of early pressure, so we'll have to see how Pokebunny responds to this. Pokebunny still hasn't scouted TLO where he's at yet. Should be getting over here as the expansion's finishing. And I'm really curious as to what kind of build Pokebunny is going to go here, because, well, now the TLO is stealing the extractor for Pokebunny, which is really fun to do as a Zerg. And Pokebunny is just going to walk through here, see the spawning pool, and TLO really has to do anything to delay a hard early attack from Pokebunny. Good job there from TLO, canceling the extractor and rebuilding it. We do have a factory going down for Pokebunny, so even though he's only on one gas, he's still not going to stop his, pressure of the, threatening factory starport builds. And killing that drone there finally. Should be seeing the gas going. We have double queen production right now. Doesn't look like TLO is pulling guys out of gas, so we will see continuous gas production or harvesting right now, even though he's already got his speed. Queens are finished. We have 4 lings on the about to be on the field. And right now we have a double racks and a factory for TLO or for Pokebunny. Now Pokebunny is going to be putting this factory down on this reactor, which is going to be, of course, for the double Hellion production to apply a lot of early pressure to the Zerg. Zerg won't be getting roaches this quickly, so this double factory or this double Hellion build is really strong against a fast expanding Zerg, because the only thing you'll have to defend it is spine crawlers and queens, and unless you have your queens sitting right here walling off your entrance, Hellions can easily walk into a base. Now, we do see that there is a Zergling here. TLO is immediately moving his lings away from the Zelmaga, and I love the reaction time from all professional players. They immediately, the second something pop-ups on their mini-map, they immediately get that guy out of there. Now TLO does realize that we do have Hellions on the map, and he is responding by pulling all his drones to this base over here and putting his queen at this wall off. And really, TLO is really playing this quite well, actually. If he loses this hatchery, it won't be good, but he's trying to get as many lings as possible. Now that speed is finished, he'll be able to do a good amount of damage. Almost getting a surround on those Hellions, but just barely missing. And good kiting here from Pokebunny, just running all over the place, getting rid of these lings as fast as possible. Now this queen is focused fighting down Marines. If he loses this queen, this is not going to be good for TLO. That's 150 minerals on the drain. More lings running in, and Pokebunny doing a great job kiting these. And we do have Marauders here now, so this base is definitely threatened. We have a lot of lings up here, though. We're constantly phoning in these Hellions, which are going to devour these lings. Pokebunny using his Marauders to take down this base, and constant poking with the Marauders. Now here comes a group of Lings trying to get us around here. Gonna focus on these Hellions and Marauders, so this is a great play from TLO, holding this off quite well. More Hellions here. We have 5 now, but TLO is just completely cut his Harvester building. Right now he's only building Lings, and it is doing a great job. He is doing an excellent job getting the surrounds on these Hellions, completely stopping this early pressure from Pokebunny. Pokebunny's got Marauders dying everywhere and Hellions. And right now, income tab shows 26 for Pokebunny, 30 for TLO. So even after all of that, TLO is still able to keep a pretty good lead. This just shows you how scary and threatening his Zerg can be. Now, I like to point out the fact that as soon as TLO held off that attack, he immediately queued up 7 drones to be built. So that's the perfect reaction. Once you hold off an attack that easily, you really don't need to keep building up Link because the attack's over. If he comes in with more units, you're going to be able to hold easily. And so that's a perfect time from the drone. And we got a little bit of poking here, but we have a lot of Marauders here, a lot of Hellions. Now this is what I was talking about. This is a very standard build that Pokebunny goes here against Zerg. The Marauder, very Marauder heavy, very Hellion heavy. Now the Marauders counter Roaches pretty well, and the Hellions counter Lings pretty well. So that's why it's such a good build. The weak point about it is if the player gets an early layer and gets Mutas out pretty quickly. But Pokebunny is playing this quite well, of course. I've seen him do the strat several times. So TLO probably was ready for it and is handling it quite well. That was a lot of pressure from Pokebunny, and TLO didn't panic. It was a great surround from TLO, doing a lot of damage to these Hellions, killing almost all of them already, and the rest are dying. What a play from TLO. Pokebunny throwing away all those Hellions. That was 600 minerals right there, just down the drain. And these Marauders are dying to these Lings, but there's not very many left. More coming in to try and clean up the mess, but we have more Marauders here, more Hellions here to finish them off. We have 28 Lings being built for TLO right now, and a Spire, and a Roach Warren. So right now, unless we see something coming from Pokebunny soon, these Mutas are going to just clean up the place. Expansion's on the way, almost finished here. And we have 3 racks now. Now Pokebunny is just going to secure his expansion right now, needs to get a good lead. Income tab's 34 for Pokebunny, 30 for TLO, so we do have a good lead here from Pokebunny on the Harvester count. Transferring of the command center right now. Pulled these guys a little early, but that's just fine. Pokebunny will just send them all back here. Or not. Looks like he's just going to let them all walk back. That's fine. Now, we are getting a reactor on this barracks. We're getting a 4th barracks as well. And we have a huge Ling group here. Just TLO, look how well he's handling these Hellions. Running into the base, going to try and do as much damage as he possibly can. Hellions cleaning up quite well though, and Pokebunny was attacking his barracks, which is fairly standard in TVZ. I find myself attacking my own barracks all the time. And right now we have a pretty big force on the way from LiquidTLO. We have 6 Roaches being produced. We are getting Roach speed. We are getting +1 flyer. And right now, if I was Pokebunny, I would be pretty worried right now. Harvester count's fairly even, but we do have a pretty big push coming up here for Pokebunny. We have a lot of Marines and Marauders, and we have a lot of Hellions. But we look over here, we have a lot of Roaches and a lot of Hellions. So this is not going to be as strong as Pokebunny would like to think. This is definitely going to be able to kill this, even with the Marines and the Marauders. Reinforcements coming in. We do not have Stim yet. We never researched Stim, which, in my opinion, is a big blunder from Pokebunny. Look how many minerals and gas he's sitting on right now. 800 minerals, 900 gas. His macro is slipping pretty hard right now. And Stim would definitely help a lot here. Now, these Roaches are going to do a lot of damage, especially with speed. They're going to pick off all these Marines. More Marines just floating in here. And right now, we don't really have much of a defense from Pokebunny. This is not going to be good. This attack could be the end of Pokebunny as we see it. This is a huge amount of Roaches right now. And what are Marines going to do against this? Here come the SCV pool. Good kiting from TLO. Focus firing now. Lots of SCVs doing a lot of damage right now. And we have Mutas on the field. We have a lot of them on the way. We have Overlords over here as well. And I really don't see how Pokebunny is going to be able to survive this. He's getting combat shield and Stim now, but that is way too late. TLO is getting the Baneling Nest. We are trying to get these bunkers built, but here come the Mutalisk, and there's the GG. Like I said, Pokebunny is one of my favorite players. I love watching his stream. Usually when I'm trying to improve my Terran play, his stream is the one to watch. But also TLO is, you know, TLO for a reason. But great game. So yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. Check me out on Twitter, StarcraftSquad.twitter.com, and follow me there, whatever you want to do. Check out Battle for the Viewers tournament I'm hosting. To qualify, you either need to beat me in a 1v1. You can challenge me by sending me an email to starcraftsquad@gmail.com, or you can follow our replay or qualifier replay submission. You have to do some kooky little strategy that's in the guideline. It'll be in the link down below, and if you could win a game following one of these kooky little strats, you qualify for the tournament. It's 32 people, so it's going to fill up quite fast, and the winner of the tournament gets $50. So also really great there. $50 cash in the mail from me. Make sure you guys check out my paid training service on the North American server. I am Master League. I am top 2,000 in the United States, 5,000 in the world. So I have a fairly good understanding of the game. So if you're interested in that, it's $8 an hour. All this can be sent to an email at starcraftsquad@gmail.com. And yeah, I'm Zoe. See you guys in the next game.